Chess Talk, episode 235. Hello.
Hi.
It is a late Monday night for us.
Don't tell them that. We're so diligent.
That is it's still early. It is Brittany and I again.
Yes. Hello.
Two of us. Probably like this for another week. And then hopefully Robert Lynn. Matter Rob.
Please.
What's their couple name?
Robelin.
Hopefully they'll be back on to talk about our next show. But yeah, we're here. We're going to talk about The Witcher. We're finally done. So anyone that's been holding out for our review, you can rejoice. We're done with it.
I know we're the opinions you've been waiting for all season.
I know, 2 months after the fact.
Yeah. No one else's opinion matters. You stuck it out for ours.
And you know what? We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Because of viewers like you, that's why we do this show. How have you been, though?
Tired.
I know. You didn't have coffee today.
No.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've gone a day without having coffee since 2015 or 2014.
I think there's probably been a day or two, like if you were sick.
No. I still have coffee if I'm sick because I want to just keep dying.
Apparently.
I'm really tired.
I know. Are you regretting it?
No, because my stomach didn't hurt today, which is nice.
At all?
This morning when I first woke up, it hurt.
Yeah.
But then after that, I felt fine.
Okay. So, are you going to see if it hurts again in the morning tomorrow?
Yeah.
And if it does...
Then fuck it. I'm drinking coffee. I'm tired. God. But if my stomach doesn't feel too bad tomorrow, then maybe coffee's the biggest culprit.
Probably.
Who knows? I've been having stomach issues. That's the point of this.
Yeah. You had like a marathon baking session this weekend, it feels like.
Yeah, it was probably like the fastest I ever baked so much stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was nice.
Because, I mean, you got some doughs ready and the creme pat ready on Saturday, right?
So I made bear claws and cream puffs again.
Almond bear claws.
Yes. Are there more types of bear claws?
Probably. Because you could do like whatever you want, like probably like a cherry bear claw or like raspberry, probably.
I don't know.
You can do whatever filling you want.
I've always associated
chocolate bear claw?
claws. Ooh, I like chocolate.
Yeah.
I've always associated bear claws with almonds, so I don't know. But I made bear claws for the first time and I made cream puffs again. I didn't read the recipe of the bear claws until Saturday when I was going to bake everything. The bear claws needed to chill overnight, the dough. So whatever. So I prepped the dough and the filling Saturday, and then I made the pastry cream for the cream puff Saturday. Almost was a disaster, but I fixed it. Now it's basically pudding, but whatever.
I think it's good this way.
Yeah.
So.
And then Sunday morning I assembled and baked the bear claws and then finished the cream puffs.
Mm-hmm. Because you wanted those for the Super Bowl.
Yes. The cream puffs are really easy, so.
Mm-hmm.
Once the pastry cream's made, it's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever want to bake, make choux pastry. It's really easy.
Mm-hmm. That's the lesson of the past 2 weeks.
It's not scary. It's really easy.
We played D&D again. You were in combat for the first time.
Yes.
With your character.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think last session went?
Fine.
Up until the end.
I don't remember how it ended. We almost died, or Avery is gonna die.
Because Yami opened the sarcophagi.
Yeah, fucking goddamn.
And then Avery, his character,
got mummified.
Is a monk, has an AC of 21 because I gave him too many items, essentially. Mm-hmm. And probably like a +3 con. And so we got hit, which is hard because the mummies only had a +5 to hit. And then he had to fail on a con saving throw of 12. And he failed. And so he got the mummy's curse, I think it's what it's called. So yeah, he doesn't regain hit points at all until it's removed. So you guys have a slight detour now in your quest. And you almost got cursed yourself. But I reminded you about your +2 charisma thing.
Yeah.
You had an 11. And then I was like, did you add your +2? I saved you. You guys would have been so mad. Mm-hmm. How do you think Cass is working in combat?
Fine, I think.
Mm-hmm. It was only rough at the last fight just because they were resistant to damage, normal damage, and you don't have a magic weapon yet.
That was annoying. Thanks.
In due time.
Mm-hmm.
In due time. So yeah, that was interesting. We played Catan.
Seafarers.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
That was the first time we ever played the expansion that I got you for Christmas.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was actually, it wasn't too complicated. You ended up winning. Just for anyone that, you weren't gonna announce it, but you did end up winning.
Yes.
I also forgot to mention I am playing chess with a robot. Because
Yes.
Brittany didn't want to play chess.
I don't...
We were playing chess, and we are talking. That's what we're doing. But yeah, Brittany won Catan.
Yes.
But that's only... Well, you were probably going to win no matter what. But we had to end the game early just because Devin...
Everyone was getting really mad at me.
Because you were winning.
Yeah, and then everyone got mean. Everyone gets mean when I win. God.
Because you were being so coy, like, but Cody's winning, and we were all like, no.
I kept getting screwed, so of course I was gonna start losing.
But then you were winning.
As soon as you, specifically you,
Me.
start pointing out someone else is winning, you, like, draw everyone's attention to start, like, ganging up on them, and then you sneak in and win. You always do it, and it's so goddamn annoying.
So does it work?
No, because I won, you fuck.
If the game had kept going...
They would have kept fucking me over, because you told them to.
To be fair, a lot of why you lost cards and things like that was because there were a lot of sevens.
There were a lot of sevens, but then every time your dad rolled a 7, which was every time he rolled the fucking dice,
I think he had 3 or
blocked
4
me.
sevens in a row.
Because you told him I was winning.
And also, to be fair, he was saying to block you from the start, too. It wasn't just when I pointed it out. He was always like, get those 6s out of there. Like,
Yeah.
That was his MO from the start.
I'm sorry I had a good strategy.
You did, and so his strategy is to stop your strategy. So it's like, don't be mad at me. It's just, my dad is like remembering the game and is like, oh yeah, no, she was smart, and so stop her. Yeah, but I feel like I was about to start getting more cities and stuff, which would have let me, because I had plenty of road, because I had the longest road, so I had tons of room to build settlements and stuff.
Yeah.
But I just didn't have any more settlements, so I was just at the point where I needed to start building cities, and so I feel like it would have been even closer between the two of us if it had kept going. But it was fun. I like that expansion.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna need to play like a full round of it.
Yeah. There was one rule that I messed up.
Uh-oh.
It's a very basic rule. In the beginning, when you can place one road and one settlement for
Yeah,
free.
you're supposed to grab a resource from it, right?
That's not what I was going to say.
Oh.
I didn't see that in the rule book anyway.
Oh, okay, because I thought...
That's not in the rule book.
Okay, never mind.
In this expansion, you can place one road and one settlement, or one settlement and one ship. So you could have started with a ship.
That, I think, is a pretty big...
Yeah. So I realized it, like, after we had done our first turn, but before we had started the game. And I was like, I'm not gonna it took so long just to get to this point.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not gonna do it myself. It's whatever.
You're not rocking the boat.
Yeah. Because my plan was to, like, build a settlement on the fucking shore and a road, and then start going across the sea, because the only good wood spot was across the sea. So I was like, I'm fucking going there.
But I had a wood on 10 and 3.
And it rolled a lot.
Those came up a good amount.
So stupid.
But I think, red numbers aside, 9s were by far the most popular yesterday.
No.
There was a robber on yours for a bit, so you probably didn't realize it.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of 9s.
Yeah.
Because that was yours and my dad's brick supply. So I think it was a good game.
Yeah, it was fun.
I enjoyed it. I think that's it for the past week.
There was a
Super
point
Bowl.
where if a 6 rolled, I got 2 sheep and 4 wood.
And then you were wondering why, like, you were constantly getting fucked by 7.
Yeah. I was getting annoyed.
Because
I didn't want to get those specific numbers. I was like, hey, I need a fucking brick.
Yeah.
And then it was 6. Like, I don't want that.
And then it'd be, I think there were like 2 6s in a row, and then another roll, and then I think a 7. So
Yes.
you're well over 7 cards. So it's like,
Yeah.
how does it feel up there on your throne? Is it hard?
Yeah.
Your ivory tower of lies.
I'm just really good at Catan.
I know. I want to play a full round again. That's what I want.
We need friends to do
Devin,
that.
come over. I know you
We
listen.
need friends.
Yeah, Super Bowl.
Yes.
We did watch that.
Kind of. I did not watch the last half because I was faced away from the TV, so I couldn't see anything.
Yeah, so, and for me, I was like mostly watching the first half. I was working during like the entire first half.
Yeah.
And then the second half is when we were playing Catan at my parents'. But it was, Super Bowl. I think it was more entertaining than the last one, at least, because I think the score
I don't remember last year. I know it was Patriots.
and someone.
That's so depressing.
It was Patriots and someone, and then the year before was Patriots and the Eagles, and that's when the Eagles won, and Philadelphia, broke.
Oh, when did the Falcons play?
That was the year before the Eagles.
Really?
I'm pretty sure. I'll fact check this.
I don't remember that, because I remember watching the Falcons one at your parents' house.
Yes.
I thought that was 2 years ago.
Yes. No, that wasn't. That was definitely not 2 years ago.
I hope
Super
there's someone in...
Bowl 53.
Patriots Falcons was Super Bowl 51.
Yeah. So that's what I said.
Yeah.
So it was Rams and Patriots last year. Patriots and Eagles the year before.
Mm-hmm.
Patriots and Falcons the year before that.
But yeah, it was fun.
It was 13-3. Yeah, last year was such a boring Super Bowl. It was 13-3. That was the end final score.
Yeah, I don't remember it very much at all.
So, but this year was a little bit more exciting because it started off pretty explosive, then swung hard for the 49ers, and then because I'm not going to say that I did watch a lot of sports this year, but apparently in Chiefs fashion, they were behind at the end, and then doesn't matter. They got 21 points unanswered. Yeah. So I thought that was exciting, at least, because my stepdad is a huge Chiefs fan, and they haven't won in so many decades, so it's
50 years.
50 years, you'll get him, Walrus.
Andy Reid. I don't get it. I don't get the memes.
What do you think about the commercials?
A lot of them were weird.
Yeah.
The only one I heard that was good was the Bill Murray one, but I haven't watched it.
That was at the very end, I think.
Yeah, it was the Jeep one that I saw the end of, and I thought it was Tom Hanks from where I was sitting, but I was like, no.
You're just blind. I knew that as Bill Murray, and I was like, whatever. I think, and definitely people have talked about it, but the commercials are focusing so hard on just getting celebrities nowadays, and just...
Yeah.
Because I can't remember when the era of the Doritos commercials Reign was, when the Doritos commercials were always the number one commercials. There was never any huge celebrity attached to it. It was always just funny commercials. Yeah. I want to say that was probably in the mid to late 2000s, if not the early teens. So
yeah,
I don't know. I'm sure everyone misses when they were just pretty goofy, not oh yeah, that's a TikTok star. What's TikTok? Oh, that's okay, Dad. Don't worry.
See, but on the other side of that coin, how'd you feel about the Tide commercials?
It was...
I thought they were funny.
Yeah, it was funny, but at the same time, it's it wasn't just, oh, we got Charlie Day. It's we got Charlie Day being Charlie Day.
Yeah.
They wrote the fucking commercial. They made a character for Charlie Day that is very Charlie Day-esque. So it fit, and it's his character. And they were, love it or hate it, they did the same thing as the Tide ad shtick again, where it's just we keep bringing it up, even if it's not a Tide commercial, it's oh, but he's here. So
which is funny. I like their marketing team for the Super Bowl. Best commercial, Donald Trump. Just kidding. No, I like the Smart Pack.
What I thought was weird, because you were oh yeah, I've already seen that, and I was what the fuck? They're just putting the commercials out
yeah,
I
didn't realize that was
a Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah, because we were talking about it at work last week, and I was like, oh, okay, I thought this was just a commercial from a year ago. No, I guess it's just...
They put them out early.
Yeah, it's weird.
# baby nut.
Oh, God. But you
Meme of the year. You heard it here first.
You made a comment about Rachel Dratch's Boston accent. They're all from Boston.
I didn't.
I thought you did.
Nope.
Someone did.
I was working when that commercial came on, so I didn't
Someone
really
made a comment about Rachel Dratch's accent, but they're all from Boston, so that's how they talk. Fuck you.
I think you're confusing me for an internet comment.
Probably, but fuck them still. Don't shame Rachel Dratch.
So yeah, it's whatever. I hear a lot of people talking about the Jason Momoa commercial. And
that was weird.
It was just weird, but people loved it, and the CGI was off to me.
The joke itself makes me laugh because Jason Momoa is stupid, ripped. Mm-hmm. So, that makes me laugh, but it was just, the CGI was really creepy.
Do you remember what the commercial was for? That's what matters. That's the point of a commercial.
I don't remember what it's for.
I do remember, just because autism. It was for Rocket Mortgage. Because this whole thing was like, when I'm home, I'm safe and I feel okay and I can be myself. Yeah. And it's like, so get a loan, I guess.
Pay your fucking mortgage and you'll feel safe. God damn.
I don't know.
Don't get a mortgage if you can't pay it.
Yeah, but that's what a lot of people, I saw people on Reddit saying, like, you know, you get these big name celebrities to do these things, and then you think like, oh yeah, Bill Murray was in a commercial, or Jonah Hill and Martin Scorsese. It's like, what was the commercial for?
Coke Energy.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I remember that one.
They spend so much money on getting the people, and on top of that, getting the slot, and then like, does the actual point stick?
What about the really sad Google one? I almost cried. But I was like, fuck you, Google.
Yeah, why you make me feel?
But also stop spying on us.
I don't know. That's another thing where I'm like, what is the point? Like, did you just make this ad to make us sad and like, that's it?
It's like in Mad Men when Don Draper has these like breakthroughs of these like just heartwarming ads that are going to change the world. Like, that's what Google's ad team does. But all the time, it's like, we have to be sad.
Yeah. So, overall, it was an okay Super Bowl. I would say more exciting definitely than last year, but still glad it wasn't the Patriots. I guess that's what the highlight is.
It's fun to see not Patriots just play.
This is the one game of football a year you watch, and you don't want it to be the same team every year.
Yeah. Because I like football, but I don't have time to watch every fucking game or even any game, really.
Yeah, I was going to say, how many episodes of Cheer did you watch this weekend?
All of them.
But you don't have time.
I don't have time. Cheer was really good. Is that a good segue? I don't care about cheerleading, but holy shit, that was such a good documentary.
Mm-hmm. Do you see it as just like a good docuseries and not necessarily like, you don't care what the subject was? It's just, they did a good job with what they were given. Yeah.
Well, what they chose to look at, because like, it was like simultaneously like, I wouldn't say character study, but like just like meeting people from different walks of life, where either very like high income or low income families that all have like the same passion for something that really doesn't lead to a career, and like all of them that want to keep doing it just keep going to college forever because they won't have a career in fucking cheerleading. No one does,
but they have free college.
Exactly. So it was just interesting to see that, and then the kind of like fucked up industry around cheerleading, where like everyone's getting injured all the time and no one fucking cares, and even the people that are getting injured are like, well, I'll still fucking do it because I love cheerleading, but like, you're gonna break your fucking ribs, so why are you doing this? And they just don't care. And then the one like cheerleading like media thing, Varsity, like has a monopoly Daytona over like everything. They wouldn't let the camera crew even into their fucking ceremony event. So all of like the entire like end episode was just filmed on iPhones. Yeah. So it was just really weird. But it's a good docuseries. Made me laugh, made me cry.
It's only 6 episodes, so it's
easy to just binge watch.
Yeah. Like you did.
Yes. So that was my weekend.
What would you rate it?
Out of what? You watched some of it.
Out of 10 Jerry's.
10 out of 10 Jerry's. Fuck, he's the best.
He's the one that made you cry, right?
Yeah. Him and Morgan.
Yeah.
Out of 10, something to fulls. I don't know what the fuck that means.
It's like a half through to a full.
Yeah. Whatever the fuck that means. 10, like 8 out of 10. I like short and sweet things like that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. So go watch it. Cheer. So.
Better than you think. I promise.
It's not just about cheerleading, even though it is.
It is just about cheerleading, but it's more than that.
That's literally what I said.
But different.
Okay. That's it for the weekly catch-up and what we've been doing. I'm losing on chess. I picked too hard of an AI.
I was like, how are you fucking losing?
Because robots are smart or something.
You should know.
So yeah, like I mentioned at the top of the episode, you made it we're talking about The Witcher in its entirety. Final review of the first season of The Witcher. Season 2 coming next year or something. So spoilers, if you haven't watched it, I think Brittany and I both agree you should. So go do that and then come back and listen to this. And yeah, I definitely like the show.
Good.
I think, though, that the finale was pretty meh. I think that there was a lot of momentum and a lot of excitement, and then the finale kind of happened, and I was like, I could have had more.
But the finale was the whole battle.
Yes, but my issue, and it's like an issue across any type of like fantasy thing I watch, is once you introduce magic and like magic battles, it can really become loosey-goosey and lose all weight. Because the sorcerers and stuff were literally just like killing tens of people at a time. I'm like, why are there armies in this world? Like, I know sorcerers aren't like super common, but at the same time, like,
Especially not anymore.
not anymore, but like 20 or so sorcerers or however many the fuck went there, like nearly took an entire army down on their own. Like,
Yeah.
to me, it was just like, this doesn't mean anything. And at the same time, like, anytime there's any issue with like a monster, all monsters are immune to magic. So there's that. But any sort of squabble in a bar, or like when Yennefer is like getting into an argument with someone, like a human, like, just like squeeze your hand and fucking murder them. I don't see the problem.
They're
So,
not evil.
but it's still just, it brings this issue into the magic of this world where it's like, it's so easy to just do whatever you want. So, I don't know. It just made the whole battle seem weightless to me. Like, to me, stakes kind of went out the window.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about the battle. I don't know how you feel about it.
I don't think about it that way. I'm not saying you're wrong. I
Yeah, I know.
I choose to just be like, that looks cool. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And like, I totally get where you're coming from, but now that a lot of the sorcerers got fucking yeeted.
That, to be fair, that's not all. Because there was the
Yeah.
entire other half,
Yeah.
like with
Yeah.
Stregobor.
Yeah. The ones that didn't want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, I don't know. I don't want to say that they were able to overcome the witches because it was like magic got them to overcome the witches. I don't know.
What got who to overcome the witches?
I said I don't want to say it was the army that overcame the witches because it was technically magic that did. But, I mean, Triss was like building this like stupid fucking vine gate.
Door,
and
yeah.
then like he just like shoved a fucking
Just
torch through it.
torch.
And like, that wasn't magic. She just fucking should have done like fucking brick.
Yeah.
Like, get out.
But I
Fuck
think
you.
her whole thing was like herbalist and
Yeah.
like all plants and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, she also, like, when she just sprouted all the mushrooms that was just killing all of them.
Yeah.
I was like, just fucking put like 1 million of them all over.
Yeah.
Just fuck. I don't get it.
They also kind of showed that, like, yeah, there are times when these spells really work, but there are also these times where, like, there's casting times and, like, you have to put all your energy into it. And if you don't do it quick enough, like, you're going to get your fucking head chopped off.
And also,
So there is a way to beat these mages.
and there's apparently, like, you know, limited amount of magic you can do in a day.
Yeah.
The chaos, or I
Yeah.
think that's what they call
Reserve your chaos.
it. Yeah. And
So, like, I think it was probably one of the more, like, realistic magic fights just for that. Like, Harry Potter, like, they don't get fucking tired. They don't run out of spells. They don't, you just fucking wish, swish, swish, swish. Magic, magic. So, like, I don't know. It was cool to see, like, they have to focus. They have to do incantations. They have to use up a lot of energy just to cast a spell. And if they aren't quick enough, like, a fighter could take them down.
yeah.
So I found it interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely get that as well. I thought that Kahir was an odd character in the battle too. Where did they go? Where they fought Vilgefortz? Like, they just showed up on some weird sunny, like, cliffside and dueled.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that was weird, and then, like, Kahir just kind of fucking stopped mattering after that point.
Yeah.
Like, where did he go? I don't know.
Marched forward to be with his army to take Sodden Hill.
And then we never saw him with the army.
Yeah,
So,
that's next season.
I guess, or
I feel
is
like
it?
they just tried to squeeze too much into this last episode.
That's what I'm kind of going with. Like, I
Yeah.
think that they had such a good pace going, and then it just seems like they could just sort of like, oh God, we need to do this battle. We have to. That has to be the big finale, and it's like, well, you don't have enough time to actually show it and like provide. Like you don't
It
have.
wasn't bad though.
I wouldn't say it's bad.
Yeah.
Like
They opened all these like plot lines that needed to kind of be resolved so that next season it could be the three of them together. They needed at least Geralt and Ciri to meet up, which, needs to have enough time to do it right. But also, like, a finale needs a battle, as other fantasy shows have demonstrated.
I don't know if that's true, though. I don't know if it needed to have the battle. I think it would have been fine if it was building up to the battle. And then in season 2, we got the battle.
Yeah, maybe.
Because, does Ciri and Geralt need to meet as the battle's happening? Probably not. It could just be near and, like...
Depends on the book, which I've never read, so...
Yeah. Because, I don't know. I don't know if how it happened in the show is actually how it happened. I wouldn't be surprised if it's fudged pretty hard. Just because, like, they were like, well, we might not get a second season, so might as well have a meet. And there might as well be the battle.
Mm-hmm. I can't imagine this not having a second season. Like,
yeah, they knew...
There's so much up in the air still.
They knew it was going to have a second season before season 1 aired, but not before they had finished it.
Yeah.
But, what if it was shit? Doesn't matter if there's a bunch in the air. What happened to Firefly?
Oh my God. Don't bring that up right now.
Another thing I didn't like about the finale was that Geralt, what did he do?
He almost died.
He was in a fever dream and we saw his mom. That was it. Yeah. It was cool for the character, like, story-wise.
Like his character backstory.
But
I know you like seeing him when he's, like, eaten.
Shirtless. Oh.
Yeah, that too. I don't blame Kevin Cavill.
But, just, like, that was a scene that we got that was interesting for Geralt in an entire, like, hour-long episode.
Yeah.
So, it just seemed very odd for that to be the finale. It's like, it was more of a Yennefer-heavy episode, which I'm totally fine with. It's just, this
Not
show
what you
is...
expected.
Huh?
Not what you expected.
Yeah, because this show is marketed as the Geralt of Rivia show, so...
Yeah, but now that I've seen it, I'm like... It's very, like, evenly split between the three of them, and, like...
I would say Ciri has by
maybe
far
yes. Maybe next season she'll have a bigger part.
I hope so.
Yeah. Because the actress, I can tell, is a good actress, but she's just quiet, scared girl every scene.
What I think is interesting is that she didn't say anything in the entire finale, right? Or did she say something to Geralt? I don't know if she did.
The last thing she said was, "Who's Yennefer?"
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because like
I think she said stuff before that.
No. Mm-mm. She was just staring and like looking at the girl.
But the first scene was her waking up after her big prophecy thing. That was really fucking weird. Mm-hmm. And like the lady asked what happened. She just said, they came for me.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So
Sorry.
she had a couple lines, just not a lot.
I just thought that she was
mostly quiet.
I thought that she went like mute after the prophecy happened, and then she finally talked when Geralt showed up, but never mind.
She had a couple lines.
Did you also remember my theory and how it was wrong?
I do not remember your theory.
That she was actually the daughter of Geralt and Yennefer.
No. Yeah, I was like, I don't fucking see that happening.
Would have been cool, though.
Yeah.
That's all. And it's not true, I guess. Nope. For now, it's not true.
For now?
Who knows if time travel is a thing?
Oh my god, I hate you.
Yeah, but ultimately, I don't think her parentage matters.
No.
Just, okay, another
it's
character.
Now her chosen parents. Cause
Maybe. So, with the Lost Surprise, is Geralt's reward is just having her as a daughter?
I don't know. I'm hoping that's all it is. I don't want them to like
have a relationship.
Pavetta and Dooney was a lot of surprise, but then it turned into a romantic thing. Like, I don't think it's gonna be like that.
Yeah.
I think that was just like
because their age was so similar or something. Yeah.
Maybe they weren't even close in age, but they just had the connection. But
yeah, no, I definitely think that it's more of a father-daughter kind of relationship that they have, and I'm imagining the show would not change that, because I think that would be too much. Mm-hmm. Even at this point, I don't know how they're gonna like meet back up with Yennefer. Like, we don't really know. Oh no, we do know with the result of Sodden was because Yennefer dragoned all of them. I'm assuming the entire army dead, but again, we don't. That's what we don't know. Is like, did it actually wipe them all out? What's the status of all the mages there?
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, plenty to go over for season 2.
The only ones we know for sure is
Tissaia,
and I think we saw Vilgefortz awake, but we don't know where he went.
We saw him wake up, but I mean, he looked like sinister and like he was like doing something fishy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like,
I don't know
Yennefer was calling out for him and he was actively ignoring her. So, like, I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah. Whatever. I'm excited for season 2.
What do you think happened to Yennefer? Why wasn't she there?
I don't know. No idea.
You don't think she's dead?
No.
Okay.
No. She's the main character. She's not dead. She's got plot armor still. I want to read the books, but they're still sold out on Amazon, I think.
I'm sure you could buy them used or like at Barnes and Noble.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it was like there are other stores.
There are bookstores.
There still are bookstores. Use the code CHESS for 10% off your
we don't have that.
first Barnes and Noble Witcher order.
We don't have that.
I got an ad on Instagram for a like Witcher book series giveaway.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Did you enter?
No.
Damn.
Yeah, because I mean it was just like, give us your email, and everyone that does will get one entry into winning the prize. It's like no one. What the fuck? That's not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Episode 7. We definitely saw Geralt going to see Ciri. We saw, what did Yennefer do in episode 7?
I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
The last 2 episodes kind of blurred together for me.
Yeah, because we watched them pretty close in proximity.
Yeah.
And ultimately, doesn't matter. We know where they ended up.
Yeah. Yeah. No crazy monsters. The last 2 just were like leading up to.
It was like a 2-part, essentially. That's what
Yeah.
it really felt like. Because we finally saw where Geralt was the whole time and so on and so forth. He was under our nose the whole time. Mm-hmm. So you're ready to rate it? Do you want to go first?
Out of 10 what? That's the thing. We always do the
out
thing.
Out of 10 bards.
Rip. No, he's not dead.
Yeah, he's out of 10 djinns.
Oh. DJINN.
Mm-hmm.
Out of 10 earworms.
Gross.
Yeah, that was gross. 8.5.
Okay. I'd probably give it 8 out of 10. Like I said, it started off probably really good. A lot better than either of us expected.
Yeah.
I think it did a good amount of lore building without overbearing us. I mean, they did throw you into the deep end, but at the same time, they just assumed you would catch up and eventually like things kind of leveled out and you got your footing, which I did enjoy. It definitely shows that like there is room for more seasons, different characters, different realms theoretically. So that does sound exciting to me. I think with the second season, you could really show off more of the monster hunting and show off some of the more cool things that Geralt does. I hope that big thing I would really want to see with the second season is get the CGI improved a little bit, because there were some very...
There were some really good ones, and there were some really terrible ones.
Yeah, so it's just swinging hard one way or the other, and like I think you just got to tighten that up a little bit.
Yeah.
Acting, I know Rob mentioned that he didn't like Henry Cavill's Geralt, like the voice was like too gruff sometimes, not gruff enough. At other times, like he couldn't nail it down. I thought he was fine. To me, the acting like wasn't stand out, and it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Like it was all just like, yeah, this is pretty passable, like for what it is. Like it's hard to put yourself in the mindset of like, yeah, you're watching a fantasy show, but the fucking actors that are there, like they're just standing on a set and they gotta act as if they're in like fucking medieval times and say these goofy ass names. Like that's hard. I can't imagine having to be an actor on one of these shows.
Yeah.
Like fuck, like if they make it like passable, like it's a totally normal thing, like that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
That's where I stand with that.
Yeah.
So music, I thought it was pretty interesting throughout. Like Geralt's theme, like the Witcher theme, whatever it is, that would play in pretty much every episode. That was almost a banger. That was pretty good.
Almost.
Yeah, not quite. Good hype though.
Who does the soundtrack?
I don't know. Is it Raymond Djawadi?
I doubt it. Sonia Belousova.
And Gianna
Something.
Ostinelli.
Sonia Belousova is
Didn't she-
29.
Didn't she do a bunch of other stuff?
Probably.
So I mean, yeah, it was good. It was passable for what it was. A couple standout tracks, but so that's why I say 8 out of 10. Like I said, acting wasn't perfect, but it wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think the story was pretty good. Definitely exciting at the beginning, which is what is important. And then for me, a little bit of misstep at the end. Music was fine. CGI was one way or the other. I think the combat was actually fairly consistent throughout, and it was actually pretty good. At least the hand-to-hand, like sword stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 8 out of 10. I think it's justified.
Yeah. Respect.
Any other thoughts on The Witcher or this week's episode?
I'm older than Yennefer.
How does that make you feel?
Fine.
What is that?
Interesting.
Anya
Shalatra.
Shalatra.
Yeah.
I am older than her too, so.
Mm-hmm. It's weird.
Anyways, is that it for the
Yes.
episode?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for listening. Thanks for sticking through the Witcher talk. We're done. Next week, we're going to talk about BoJack.
Woo!
The final episodes. Maybe talk about a movie. Who knows?
Yeah.
Give us topics. We'll figure it out, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.